Hi, childless millennials. We're your hosts. I'm Marissa.
And I'm Bethany.
And today we're talking about a topic that I think most generations can sympathize with. We're talking about affording life and how it's nearly impossible now.
Yeah.
It's something I've been struggling with honestly since last year because of a medical thing that happened that put us in debt, and we are just now still in debt, still trying to get out of that debt, and it just keeps on adding, and we just never make enough to pay it off, and interest rates are just get higher, and it's just, I don't know, every day is just really hard now.
Yeah.
So
Every little thing is so expensive. Like one of the things that like we had to pay for several years back ago was like, a loved one died and we were trying to do the
Yeah.
funeral arrangements because there was nothing left to pay for that. It was $7,000 that I had to put on my credit card.
Yeah.
Luckily we were able to we did like a kind of like a GoFundMe, but I think we did it through Facebook. We did like
We
a
did that
Facebook
too
thing.
for Bonnie's
We
ball.
also raised money. Like we ended up getting money from some relatives, and then the rest kind of we paid for on
That's
the credit card.
exactly what
Yeah.
happened when Bonnie fell in Mexico. We did GoFundMe.
Yeah.
We did get a I don't know, decent amount of money. But yeah, we got money from people, but it just wasn't enough, and still had to put it on the credit card and still go into debt over it. But anyways, before we get too far into there, what's in your mug today?
I have my snail mug. Oh, nice.
It's really cute.
I know. I got it from Ring Brothers years ago. It was just like a random mug. They have like a little section of just
That's cute.
houseware stuff.
Yeah.
And I saw it one time when I was there and I thought it was adorable. So
Yeah.
I got my snails and I have Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Coca-Cola.
in my mug.
My mug today is actually very special. Bethany got it for me, and I love it so much.
You needed more mugs.
I do. I still do need more mugs. Cat person. And then on this side, although we're not talking too much about cats, although there's a conversation about
I mean,
vet
that's
bills.
where all our money goes. So,
Yeah. Morning, there's a high chance I could start talking about cats, which is so true. And because I can't afford anything, I have water today with ice to make it fancy, ice. Do we even cheers this episode?
No.
No, yeah, I don't think so.
Let's not cheers to this. We can afford it.
We can't afford it. The cost of living, say in the 90s for our parents versus us now, I know it was tough for my parents and it's tough for me now.
Yeah.
I'm wondering exactly how tough it was it for them?
I know my parents always tell me about when they first started their business. It was
Yeah.
really hard because starting a business,
It's hard.
they always tell me stories about eating beans from cans
Yeah.
by candlelight. It was that rough. So I know, we've all had problems. So I guess it just keeps going.
It's
I don't
hard
know.
though because in the 90s, I think I grew up with Kraft mac and cheese and the sliced cheese in the plastic
Yeah.
and all those really cheap meals. And I don't know if that's just because it was the 90s. Was there better food than that?
Right?
Or
Yeah, 'cause,
was my mom...
I think it was they marketed it for
That's what I
this
mean.
is great for families.
Tang?
It's good for, it's a great price and it's tasty. Your kids will love
They're
it.
gonna get full and it was random. So I have a hard time trying to figure out if that's all there was or my parents couldn't afford to get something better, because for us here at my house, we're I'm partially vegan. I shouldn't say I'm partially vegan. I am not vegan.
Yeah.
My husband is vegan. So I eat 1 or 2 meals a day that are, and in order to do that, it's expensive. Anything
Yeah.
that's organic or natural, no dyes or anything is just so expensive, and it's just
Even,
so hard to do that.
I know that Nick's mentioned before how he loves the organic bananas way more than even regular ones.
Yeah.
Even things like that are more expensive.
I know, we're talking I think it's $1.67 versus 70 something cents or something.
And
which
it adds up. If
It
all
does.
of your groceries
Yeah.
and you're trying to be more healthy and you're trying to eat better
Yeah.
and trying to live a better lifestyle, but then at the same aspect, most people can't afford this
there's
more
some
expensive lifestyle.
So do you shop weekly or do you just browse in the
Usually
store?
weekly. So once a week we usually do it on weekends because
okay.
Doug has the weekends off.
Yep.
And I sometimes have shows, but we can still work around it and go grocery shopping. And sometimes he does it without me.
I do it Mondays
but
because I work.
We go to Whole Foods,
Yeah.
which is not known for being super cheap, but they actually, it's not so bad. I feel sometimes, and I also use my Amazon,
Yes, Prime.
Amazon Prime,
Yep.
you get discounts on some things, but
Yeah.
we try to get the bulk of what we're going to make our meals for the week in one thing. And
Are you
sometimes
the
we'll
main
be like,
shopper or is Doug? Or do you do
I
it
feel like
together?
both of us,
Okay.
honestly. And like sometimes it'll be like, okay, well, later in the week we'll pick up the, I don't know, extra stuff. Sometimes we try not to get all the meat at once.
And
Like,
do you budget how much you're spending each
not
week?
usually.
Okay.
Honestly, we don't, but it comes out to about the same every week.
Same.
It comes out to
Well, we
roughly
kind of
about
budget.
$100 when we do that
Okay.
shopping,
Yep.
but that doesn't include
The
the other little
extras.
extras. Like
Yeah.
either today or tomorrow, I might run to Ring Brothers to get like meat for burgers,
Yeah.
burgers and cheese and stuff. So like,
Yeah.
you know, so I might pay like $30 for whatever I need to get there.
After I graduated and we moved back to the Cape, and after I really started doing my photography full time, there was a time where I'd like, this is a bad habit, but I didn't look at prices. Like I just
Yeah.
bought whatever I want whenever I wanted, and it was like never a problem. And I know that sounds like, I don't know, snotty and
Yeah.
like whatever, but like we were comfortable living. So
Yeah.
we used to do like Blue Apron meals, and like we would always do like the organic, like, you know, really good food from Whole Foods or Trader Joe's.
And it's hard to go from that to then
Yes.
not having it.
Yeah. So now that we're literally scraping by, there's some weeks we go and we're like ramen noodles, like that kind of, you know,
Sometimes we're like
low.
grilled cheese.
Yeah, exactly. Like the other night I was gonna make grilled
Yeah.
cheese and we were gonna do soup. The soup was expired
Nice.
because we had it for so long, and the soup is not expensive.
I just
It was
realized
Campbell's.
the other day that my ketchup and mustard are expired by like a year.
Is that,
And
yeah,
I've
this
still
was
been
like a
using it.
year.
I'm like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because
But
why throw it out when you have like half a bottle? So I don't know.
that's how Nick's mom thinks, and
Yeah.
we're stingy on the expiration dates, mainly because I have a fear of throwing up and getting sick.
I feel like
So-
Doug's the one that looks at the expiration dates more than I do. I grew up in a family where there's been times I've pulled like a spice out of the cabinet. I'm like, Mom, this is from like 10 years ago.
Yeah. But Nick does the budgeting now because after he left his day job to come, you know, work for MCP, he kind of took over the finances because taxes really confuse me. Like
Taxes
they
are
also
so
they piss
confusing.
me off. They make me so mad, and it's like irrational. Like I can't
If
even
you guys
explain
remember
it.
some of the earlier episodes, it was we filmed them right before I had still I hadn't finished my
Yeah.
taxes yet, and I was like, I'm really stressed because I have
Yeah.
to finish my taxes. So yeah, every year because I procrastinate and I don't keep up with like putting all my stuff
There's too
in
much to do.
QuickBooks and everything. Whereas I also work part time for my parents because
Yeah.
they are business owners,
Yeah.
and I kind of grew up helping them, and I also need extra money.
Mm-hmm.
So I work there on the side too. And like without that, I wouldn't be able to pay my bills just with my business alone.
Yeah.
Because for the first many years, the last couple of years were the only times I've actually paid myself from my business. I,
Yeah.
for years, didn't pay myself because I couldn't. I wasn't making enough money.
Yeah.
But so I've always had this job on the side at Seaside Alarms. So that's helped me a lot. And I'm the person who does a lot of the accounts payable. And I also am constantly putting things in QuickBooks and keeping up with it. It's like I do more of that for that job than I even do for my own business.
It's time to train Doug.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I trained Nick,
Yeah.
and now he does all the financing, and I can't even look at it anymore. So every week he'll go through our finances, and he'll give us an amount that MCP can pay me because I
Yeah.
pay myself, and then that money is paid to me.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what my payday is. I think it's like a Friday or
Yeah.
something. And then we use that budget to, you know, get our things.
Yeah.
So like, there's 3 of us in this house, and I think we spend at most $250.
For groceries.
For groceries, yeah. And like we try not to go back to the store,
Yeah.
but we always end up doing it, and it's just so hard.
I mean, that's pretty comparable to like what we pay, and there's just the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
And usually it's like between $100 to $200 on groceries. But like we have a really hard time with a lot of times we're like, oh, we really want to get this particular meal.
Yeah.
Like right down the street from us is our favorite seafood restaurant, Captain Frosty's.
Yes.
And they're only open, like they open in May and then
Yeah.
they close in October. They just opened for the season last
Yeah.
week, and we both were like, it's open.
and it's
we gotta
seafood,
go.
so it's expensive.
We're like, we gotta- yeah, and that went up in price. So we used to,
course it did.
and we get the same thing.
Yeah.
And usually what we got would come to, last year it was costing us about $58.
What is your go-to meal there?
Our
Like,
go-to meal is Doug will get a fish and clam strip plate, which also comes with 2 little
Fries.
clam cakes and fries too.
Fries
And
too,
I
yeah.
usually eat one of the clam cakes. He eats the other. Raja, our cat, gets some of the fish.
It's cute.
So she gets some of the fish. She's always very excited when she smells it come in the door.
She
And
knows.
then I get a clam strip roll, and it just comes with
Okay.
the clam strips in a roll because I'm eating some of what's on his
Yeah.
plate. But then we both also get coffee fraps.
Oh, okay. They have good
So
fraps
yeah,
there.
so like that all together comes to like, it used to be like $58.
like
I
$100
think
now.
that's a lot. It's 60 something now. It was like
insane.
63 when we did it the other day. I'm like, it's gone up in price because the first time we ordered it, I also got clam chowder on the side, and it was like $70.
Just
I'm
a
like, I
reminder,
can't.
we live on the Cape, so a lot of the restaurants here are very much fish and like seafood
Yeah,
based.
and
So
it's expensive.
it is.
Really
It's super expensive. So a lot of the time when I'm doing shoots, especially in the summer, my shoots take place during dinner time. So I would either get dinner before or after, and a lot of it was lobster rolls. I
Yeah.
would get lobster rolls all the time. And at one point in my career, they were only like $10
I was
maybe.
gonna say like $10.
And now they're
30,
like not like 40.
Yeah.
It's insane for a lobster roll.
which is mostly mayonnaise and some lobster meat cut.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
It's
It's really good and one of my favorite meals ever, but
I don't like lobster.
you don't.
I can tolerate lobster.
Do you like
rolls,
shellfish?
Kind of. Yeah, I like scallops and clams. I don't like the bellies of the clams, just the strips, and I love scallops.
I love scallops, especially if it's wrapped in
Don't
bacon.
like things that are like raw, like oysters on a half shell type thing.
No, thank you.
I think it's I couldn't even like get myself to
Slurping
do
a
it.
loogie.
Yeah, it's gross. Yeah, salty. No, 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 no. So, but I don't like crab and lobster and shrimp, like the crustaceans. They all taste really gross to me. I don't even like the
love 'em
smell
all.
of lobster cooking. Like
Yeah.
that smell is really gross.
Yeah.
But I can sometimes tolerate lobster, like in a lobster roll, if there's like enough
Okay.
mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Or like crab rangoons. I like
crab
those.
rangoons,
Like, so
yeah.
sometimes I don't mind it if there's like other
masked.
flavors. It's a little masked.
Yeah.
But just like the straight up meat.
Yeah.
Like I used to actually work at a seafood restaurant back when I was a teenager, and I was actually trying to save up to buy my first car. So at the time I had gotten a job at the old zooquarium, and it was like my first zoo job. So I was super excited. I even told my parents, like, I don't have to work,
Yeah.
at Seaside Alarms anymore. Like I can work at the
I'm
zoo.
leaving.
I can work at the
I'm
zoo.
flying the nest.
Yeah. So I was like, I can work at the zoo. So I don't remember if it was the summer I was trying to, I think I was trying to pay for my car. Because the summer after that, I think I was trying to save money so I could go to Africa in college. But when I was saving up for my car, I worked at this seafood restaurant, and I loved it. It was like super fast paced, like really fun and everything.
Yeah.
It was like right on 28. They're not open anymore. There's
okay.
Golden Boy Seafood. It used to be next to the Wild Animal Lagoon
Oh, yes.
golf
Yes.
place.
Oh, yeah.
It's now a different type of cafe or something.
Okay.
But it was really fun. And but sometimes like the cooks would like make something for us to try. Like one time it was like these lobster tails with like a lot of butter on them and everything. And that was pretty good. Like
Yeah.
it was okay. Like not something I love, but like, and it's funny is people are like, you live on Cape Cod, you have
I
to love
know.
lobster. I'm like, I don't know.
It's so funny. They're always like, you live on Cape Cod, you must. You live on Cape Cod, you must. And that assumption from
I didn't even
everyone.
go to the beach once last summer.
Yeah, I don't think I went to the beach either last summer. It's
So
people just
busy.
assume when you
we live
here
and work here. We
like we're first of all, a lot of people that live here we're poor. Like
Yeah.
we can't afford it. I think I did some research on like housing and like how much it costs or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you look at like it's like as of Memorial Day weekend, like this weekend, 2026, the average cost of a 3-bedroom single family home, of course it varies per location, but like in Western Mass it's like 500,000, but like Boston and coastal markets are $1 million.
Millions. Easily
So
millions,
the
yeah.
most expensive town in Massachusetts is Nantucket, which is an island off of Cape Cod.
And also everything's more expensive on the islands too, because
Yes.
they have to
The
get
gas,
everything sent over.
food.
I mean, look at Hawaii.
Yes.
Hawaii even has
Very.
everything so much more expensive. Like
I'm
even
actually
a gallon of milk.
surprised doing the research. There was no, like, I was looking at lowest and highest. Hawaii wasn't mentioned at all.
That's
So like the
interesting, yeah.
highest
California,
place
right?
is California, yeah. And their average for what's the town called? There was a town I saw in here. Okay.
Oh,
let's
Newport
see.
Coast.
Yeah, Newport Coast. $12.5 million is the average cost to live there. Can you fathom that?
No.
I can't fathom that. I can't even fathom $3 million.
Not
and
even
that's in mass.
a million.
On Nantucket. Yeah, like,
like
it's literally insane. So you had mentioned it earlier. You spoke about having to have multiple incomes in order to live these days.
Yeah.
So I know that in the past,
I've always had multiple jobs.
Yeah.
I've never not had multiple jobs.
So I've never had multiple jobs. I've always had a job since I was like 15. So I've always been working. But so like the societal norm, you know how like the father's supposed to work, the mom stays at home with the 2 kids.
Yeah.
It's like that is what the market was based on. And now that we've moved away from that, I feel like society hasn't. And it's making it hard for anyone to afford anything because like everything's going up. So like now I think, what was it? I did.
It's part of the reason why a lot of people our age don't have kids.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I can't afford that, or I can't even afford to stay home.
Yeah.
That's like and daycare is so expensive too.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, that's one of the reasons why people don't have kids.
Daycare. So quick tangent. My second shooter and associate that I usually use, she has a kid. She also has a day job, but she works weddings for me. And she says that her kid, one child, putting him in daycare is like another mortgage.
Yeah.
I'm like, we might as well just stay home. Yeah. You know what I mean? But you can't because you need to pay. Yeah. It's like, I don't even know how people do it.
You can't.
It's literally crazy. So I did, I was looking at it. The average cost of a 3-bedroom in Massachusetts is going to be between the $500,000 and $1 million. And on the Cape, it's like $750,000 to $850,000. So the house that we're in, that we record most of these. So everything that you've seen is the only part we've renovated. No other parts of the house have been renovated. So yes, it does look like we have like a nice house and we're living good, but we went $100,000 into debt. Whereas, to do that.
My parents helped us get our house, which helped us with our mortgage and everything, right? Yeah. But we lucked out because when we first got that house back in 2013 or 14, it was near a pig farm. So the price of it was way lower than what it is now. Like it was under 300,000, like under.
And you're in a prime spot.
Right on 6
Like easily your house is $1 million.
Yeah. And right after we bought it, like the pig farm was gone. So
sick.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
Right next to a pizza store. Like, it's nice. So.
Yeah. It's so nice. Yeah. So like I'm only like a mile from the beach, which one makes insurance very hard to get, by the way. Like trying to get
flooding insurance.
Yes, literally getting insurance was like, it was wild. It was like a wild goose chase trying to find somebody. So that makes this house already expensive. I feel like you can no longer afford a house in a one mortgage. Hi, Slim. Is that water?
What's in here?
Everyone say hello to Slim. She's my old lady. And she's going to join us whenever she wants because she's queen. But like I was saying, you need more than one adult in order to afford the house. And I honestly think like with my income, my husband's income, because he had to get a job this year because we couldn't afford it. We also have a renter who's an adult downstairs. Yeah. And we can barely
I don't know how single parents
honestly
do it.
I actually don't know how any parent does it because kids alone are just so expensive with the daycare thing. It's nuts.
And then the schools, like if you want to put them in a nicer school or anything too.
The schools too, even if you're a public school and you want to do sports or music.
It's
so expensive. Like my girlfriend, she has a son in elementary school and they're just starting the instrument thing and she had to pay for the instrument and
uniforms.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know how to pay for this. Like it's crazy. I think her mom helped her, but still, it's like you always are gonna
I did dance all my life, and I even think about like every year when we had our recitals, like how much those costumes cost, besides the classes and all the shoes and everything. It's a lot.
Let's get into like being able to afford business expenses.
It's insane. Because even just like the food alone, because I do get produce for the reptiles and some of the animals every week. And that's not too bad. It's like maybe like $30, but $30 for produce, that's a lot.
And but you're also mentioning like feeding.
But my frozen, some of like my frozen rodents that I get for like the birds of prey and my reptiles, I spend now on average like $500 to $600 a month just on frozen rodents,
which is wild. Yeah, because that's like what you used to spend for 6 months or something. That's so crazy.
And there are some places that do donations, like a lot of laboratories and things, and they mostly for nonprofits, but sometimes they'll for Sue's and everything. So like if anybody's watching and somebody, like
Yeah.
let me know, help a girl
Yeah.
out. But like it's hard to find those
Very.
connections too, to get donations of things like that. But yeah, it's so expensive.
So for me, my expenses really are like equipment. So like this microphone right
Yeah.
here, that's considered an expense, and like the iPads, the computers, like I guess that's everyone's business expenses. But specifically for us, we use memory cards and hard drives in order to store the content that we are recording. Um She's really making a appearance today.
Rub on it.
So recently, and it really was because of the tariffs, I think at this point, it increased the cost of a memory card and a hard drive by like 300%. So for example, we use, by the way, if you don't know what a memory card is, it's like a little square piece of plastic that holds memory from when you record on a camera or whatever. It's mainly for a camera. So now what we're doing is we're like recycling, unfortunately. That's the only way we can do it.
And also then you have no choice but to then up your prices too.
Exactly.
And then then you're just another thing that's costs more.
Right.
And it's like the cycle of everybody, like we were just saying how everything costs more money. So somebody might be saying like, oh, look how much money it is to have a wedding photographer these days. But it's like,
and then they
it's
complain.
because
it's like, I'm not just charging this to be greedy. I literally need to charge this much in order to afford anything.
Yeah. Even just making sure that I'm paying my employees.
Like for me to make it,
I try to pay them more than minimum wage, which
Yeah,
I
hard to
start
live.
everybody at least $20.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's hard. It's really, really hard.
It drives me crazy, and I don't want to charge that much. I actually, this year, 2026, we had to lower our prices actually because no one was booking, and I feel like we're going back. If everyone's feeling, and we're going backwards now to what it was, and it sucks because going backwards is not.
Did you get any of the loans during COVID? Like when they had the different loans?
Yes, we got the pandemic.
The PP.
Yeah, something loan.
PPP?
Yeah,
There was one that was a PPP. I got, I think, 3 different loans.
I think we got 1 or 2. I don't.
And the thing was, like, one of them was specifically for my payroll, and my company is making sure, like, they could still get paid.
Okay. I mean, that's why it was
some
different.
of them ended up just getting, like, oh, you're all set. You don't have to pay it back. Because, like, I, like, proved that it went towards whatever. But then there was one that everybody still had to pay back. So now my company pays $44 a month for, like, I don't know how many years, 10 years. I don't know how long I'll be paying for it.
So we never got anything we had to pay back. Everything was just given.
Yeah. Two out of the 3 loans were just given. Like, it was fine. Because they were like they were directly from, I think, my bank.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Thank God for that.
pardoned and whatever. But this last PPP loan of sorts, it's like I'm paying a monthly fee.
That's crazy.
But I don't know. It's probably going to be forever because I think it was a $10,000 loan. And if I'm paying $44 a month,
that's going to take a long time.
Forever.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it's unfortunate. And I don't know how long we can like be mad and rant about it. It's just, it is what it is, I guess. And no matter how hard you try, we can't really do anything about it.
Yeah. And like everyone's like, oh, well, you got to save up for when like problems happen. It's like, well, the second you do save up, it's like you feel like you need them. Like you were just saying, like your Jeep needed work. Like our Jeep did too. I mean, that's part of having a Jeep, I guess. But like,
anyone would want to buy my Jeep? She works great now.
And like vet bills, like I still have vet bills to pay, which I mean, a lot of my vet bills also, it's a business expense for me. If it's my cats and dogs, it's a personal expense. But I also do yearly checkups with all of them. Like some people don't. I do yearly.
Do you have insurance on your regular pets?
I don't.
You don't?
Just because like I don't bother, because like I see it almost the same way as like if I put money aside that's strictly for that. Or I also use a care credit card.
Okay. Yeah.
So anytime I go to the vet, it goes on the care credit card. So I have, and usually they have like a thing where you can take either 6 or 12 months depending on what they're offering at the time, and it's interest free.
That's good.
Right now I'm interest free for 12 months from when I first put stuff on the card, which is really nice because sometimes I have vet bills that come up that are during my slow time.
Yeah, it's always during the slow time.
I can't pay this whole thing.
So Sarah, when she died, was like 2 years ago now or something like that.
Yeah,
We're still
like
paying off her vet bill, and we have insurance. So like in order to, everything that we can't afford, we just put on our credit cards.
Yeah.
Whereas like in the past, our credit cards were for traveling. So like we would book a trip in the winter when we didn't have money, and
Yeah.
then we would make the money and pay off the card to then again in the winter book a trip and
Yeah.
recycle that. But since Mexico, which was last year, I've mentioned this before, but Nick's mom fell, broke her hip, and then we had to go in a lot of debt trying to get her back. Whatever. It's a long story. I'm not going to get into it. But we are now in debt because we have to put medical expenses on it, vet bill expenses on it, a car repair expenses on it. And because that keeps on happening, we're never being able to pay it off because we're not making the money to pay it off. And then it's crazy because we have insurance.
Yeah.
So like Slim right here, she just was recently diagnosed with cancer, and she was only given like a couple weeks to live. Mind you, she's doing fine right now. She's like freaking glowing at the moment. Yeah, it's just we're gonna have to pay for. She had surgery in her mouth, and we have to pay the deductible. I don't even know how that all works. It ends up paying a couple $1,000s, and that's a lot, and it adds up.
Which is crazy because I feel like that's what I usually pay anyway for a lot of like I had a lizard that needed oral surgery. Like I had an iguana that had like this big mass that had to be removed like from its mouth. And I feel like that cost me under $1,000 and I don't have insurance on, you know what I mean? So
we had to get a biopsy.
So sometimes I did too.
Oh, what the heck? I don't even know. It's insane. How long ago was that?
Like last year or the year before.
So it was recent.
Yeah. So I don't know.
You truly
so
just never know.
I just like don't even bother with insurance, and I'm like, whatever, I'll deal with it, I guess.
Yeah.
But then something could happen, you know, like.
Well, you said saving money. We save money. Well, we try to save money.
Yeah.
And when we have, say, I don't know, $1,000 saved up,
something happens.
It's literally like, just take it out and just use it for this, and it's a snowball effect. It just keeps on happening.
Like we have an extra account just for saving money, and like I think there's 300 in it right now.
Honestly, we just like use like Venmo or something, and that's where we save it, and then it's just gone. It's so easy.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
So like bills alone are all raising, especially the electricity that happened a couple years ago when it like raised 300%. Like the bill was. It was astronomical. Like it was so expensive.
Oh yeah.
It went from just being able like $20 bill to like $500.
Oh, I know. And our electric and gas bills are through the roof,
and it never went down. And I'm like, so we can get into the whole gas thing and why everything is so expensive because of our lovely government and things that they're not helping us with. Anyways,
I'm sure it'll get better, but you know,
it's gonna be a while. Yeah, and like summertime, everything does cost more money.
Yeah,
especially here. So I guess I understand that point, but it's been costing a lot of money.
Oh yeah, it has been.
Because of the war, it's just going to continue.
Yeah, it's expensive. Everything's so expensive.
I don't know how many times we can say that. It's
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
I had a thought, and then now it's totally gone.
I hate that.
So that's why sometimes I feel like I interrupt you because like something will come to my head. I'm
no, it's
if
fine.
I don't say it right away, it's
just
gonna be gone.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, there was something I was about to say. It'll come to me in a minute, and I don't know what it is. So
no,
it's not in my head.
It just sucks because like everyone's like, you should work on your mental health, you know, and like in order to. For me, at least.
What it was.
Oh, okay, go. I was just blabbing. I was trying to get on to say something.
No. What I was gonna say is like, I struggle with the fact that you say mental health, like made me think of it.
Oh, okay.
So
there we
go. Like I have certain things that are like necessities for me that like aren't necessities in life. Like for me, I'm like, I need to get my annual pass renewed every year for Disney. Like for the past couple of years, I've done like an annual pass. And for me, it's actually my way of saving money. So and same with, we're like vacation club members at Disney. So we have timeshare. Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to afford going there at all.
I cannot afford going there.
I go to Disney every year, sometimes multiple times a year, and have since I was a kid. At one point, my parents invested in the vacation club.
Yeah.
And over the years, like we've added some points here and there. And then this past year or the year before, we added points in my name specifically so that I own part of it as well.
Okay.
So it helps us. So like sometimes my parents will be like, like the last time they went to Alani, like in Hawaii, they looked at their trip was thousands and thousands and thousands per night is what it would have cost them. Like it was a lot.
Yeah, I know.
But
I've looked into it.
when they looked at how much they really spent, it was like maybe $400 for like the whole time. If you look at how much points they use, you know what I mean? Because of their timeshare. And that was just for like the room itself. So it's nice because when we go, it's like, okay, well, our room is paid for. Do we just pay like the dues for the year, which like pay for like the utilities, all that kind of stuff, which isn't really a lot for the year. And then in the grand scheme of things, like my math in my head is like, all right, well, now the room is free. And so then I pay the annual pass. And then every time I go, I'm like, I'm going for free. But it's like, no, I'm not. Like I did pay the annual pass, but it's like for that whole year, let's say the pass was about $1,000. It pays for itself if you're going to go a lot because tickets are so expensive now.
Yeah.
I remember when they were like $50 a day.
They're like 300.
Or it's a lot. So, you know, even some of these like after hour events that they have now that are
which an additional fee.
The Halloween and Christmas party, all those are almost like $200 each person. And like it's getting ridiculous. So but to me, I still will keep going.
Yeah.
And that's what Disney's banking on. They're banking on people still going regardless of them raising the prices. Yeah. And then also, like, I get my nails done all the time. Like, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I always have my nails done. And so, like, that's another one of my only expenses for myself that I do, like, at least once or twice a month. It's probably, like, every 3 weeks.
I'm, like, so proud of you for having that. Because I haven't been to Disney since it's been over a year now, which is not normal for the last 5 years. I've been to Disney once, maybe twice a year. Disneyland too. Like that's what I kind of
see. Disneyland I've been to twice. Yeah, only 2 times. But if I went to Disneyland in a year, I wouldn't count that as me going to Disney World. Okay, so like I'd still have to go. So
I don't remember the last time I went to Disney World.
We were discussing maybe going to Disneyland Paris at some point.
That's a dream.
And Doug was like, "Well, if we go there, that counts as your Disney trip for the year." I'm like, "It doesn't though."
Yeah.
I still have to go to Disney World, even for a weekend. Just
I wish. So it's been unfortunately because I can't save anything and because I don't have any extra money, we just don't go anymore. And I used to get my nails done all the time too, and my hair, and I have canceled all those because I can't afford it. So like I'm not doing those stuff, and I am severely depressed at the moment because nothing is for me. Right now I play my game Dreamlight Valley, and I will spend freaking money on some of the stuff in the store, and it's like $20. And for the last couple of months I've been doing that, but I need to stop doing that because it's not tangible things. It's like not like I just need to stop doing that. But that's pretty much it. Everything else has just been shit after shit, and I just need to find a way to be happy. But I can't see that. Yeah. You know, since like last year was the worst year.
And it's hard because like a lot of the things that like bring you joy are things that also cost money. Like you guys used to travel a lot.
All the time. And we don't travel anymore. And even renovations, like paint is so expensive. Like little things like that. So like if I wanted to redo my bathroom or bedroom or backyard or anything, that all costs money too. Yeah. And you can't do that. Yes, I can rearrange things, but it's not gonna better anything. Everything costs money to do. And
like even like the hawk that we rescued not so long ago, Doug luckily helped build the enclosure, but we still had to buy all the materials. Right, which like easily it was over $2,000.
And the materials right now, just like COVID, they're so expensive at the moment because of the war. Yeah. So it's like it's a never-ending battle, and like I know that our parents, which is Gen Z, Gen X.
My parents are boomers.
You're boomers, okay.
Yeah. Well, my parents are definitely a little bit older than some.
Can I ask how old they are?
They're my dad's in his 70s.
Okay,
now.
My dad just turned 60.
Yeah, my dad's 71.
So I think my dad is Gen X.
Okay, yeah.
And then we're millennials, and then below us is Gen Z, I think that is. But even like Gen Zs are now graduating college and being entered into the real life, if it may be, but they're not. I've noticed they're not buying houses. They're either renting or just going back home. Like their expectation is going back home.
Does your business help you pay for some of your expenses? Because that's what's helped me a lot.
Yes and no. So it's weird because for a while, first of all, I didn't go to business school, so I have zero clue how to run a business. Neither. I just know how to take pictures. And I was thrown into this thing of, figure out the business side. Yeah. So for a very long time, I did not pay myself. It was MCP being paid.
Like and I was saying the same thing. I didn't pay myself.
And either. MCP is what paid for our groceries and rent and all that stuff. Like I don't even remember how we did it. I think we used
Yeah.
to write checks or something to ourselves to pay me in order to do that.
Yeah.
So the money that we made through that, that would pay obviously for expenses that we needed, so new camera gear or
That's what I did in the beginning too, was like, if I ever paid myself, it's because I was basically paying myself back for something that I had to buy for the business, kind of.
and you don't have a choice for me sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
And then once I was making enough, I was like, that I'm going to just put myself on payroll. And I was paying myself during the busy times.
Yes.
When I knew I could afford it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what
and
you do.
now it's kind of become, I pay myself year round, unless there's a time where I like really know I'm in a pinch and can't do it.
Yeah,
but I pretty much pay myself year round, but not a lot. Like for each animal show I do, I give myself like $50.
Do you know what the average salary is right now?
Probably like 100,000.
No. So
for the year?
No. So I wrote, let's say
75.
the average.
75,000.
No, close though. Where is it?
Oh, 50,000. No,
it's like 65,000. I don't know where I wrote that. Oh, the overall state median income required to afford an average Massachusetts single family home is roughly $162,000. That's how much somebody has to make in order to afford a single family home in Mass. So, which is crazy because like people are making 65. I think the average right now in Mass is $65,000.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Which is $100,000 more.
Yeah,
so you need 3 other adults, like I said
you
earlier,
need like 3 people
to afford one house.
Yeah,
and it just blows my mind that that's even allowed. Like, how is that allowed?
That's crazy. So that's kind of like so my business, what I've done, and I mean, it's harder for you because like you can only really count like an office really as your space, right?
Yeah, we can write
Whereas
that off.
like for me, my zoo is basically in my house.
Yeah.
So that means like 50% of my house is the zoo. Like half my basement is a reptile room.
Yep.
The room above my garage is a bird room.
Yeah.
One of the bedrooms upstairs is a mammal room.
Yeah.
One of the bedrooms upstairs is in my office.
Exactly.
And then I've got the bird enclosures and everything outside. So really it's like 50% of our house.
Yep.
So that means our gas bill, our electric bill, our mortgage, everything gets split in half. So usually like a little more than half even. So like electric, my reptiles take up a lot of electricity. Same with the heat. I have to keep the heat on in that room all year round. The bird room a lot too. So the heat, the gas and electric, I usually pay almost like somewhere between 50 and 75% the business pays for.
Yeah. That's good.
And then basically Doug pays for the rest.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like how we split it. So because I don't really have much of an income, most of the income is like
just to pay the business
pennies.
stuff.
So like all of my money that comes in to me, even from my other job, it's also not a lot, and it just goes towards like our credit card bill for the most part, and
that's
groceries and everything.
Yeah.
And then his paychecks, like, because he has a regular full-time job, goes towards like all his bills plus the other half. And then like the mortgage, we do a half, a 50-50. So my business pays for 50% and then he pays the other half, which that's helped us a lot.
Yeah.
But it's harder for you because like you work from home a little bit.
I can
but
only
not as
do
much.
some square footage of the 2 offices we have, you know?
But
That's all
you
I can
also
do.
could probably say like, okay, well, some of the electricity.
I think we might do that. I can't, like I said, I gave all of financing to Nick because like I just can't be bothered with numbers. They make me so mad. But I think what I remember is we do the square footage of the house and then also some of the electricity. I don't know how that works though. Like I don't know how that was, because yours is 50. It's easy, whereas ours is like 2 rooms. Like what does that equal? You know? So yeah.
Even if it's like 20%, you know what I mean? It still is like, it helps.
Yeah.
It does.
It does, for sure. I know. And it's like, that's great, but like you got to make sure you're getting the business to get paid in order to do that. And which for me, it's a really slow season this year. And I think everything is more last minute this year than previously planned. Like sometimes I book 2 years in advance and people are booking for like 3 weeks later.
Like,
which is crazy.
I contacted you right away.
Yes, you
because
did.
I was like, you were the number one like vendor I wanted. So I was like, I know that at the time you were booking up
2 years
pretty
I
far
think.
in advance.
It was
so
a long
I was
time.
like, I gotta get on that.
And
like,
I would
right
always
away.
tell people, I was like, you gotta really get into it. But now it's just like literally, I think I booked a vow renewal for like a couple weeks, like a couple weeks ago. I booked a vow renewal for next Sunday.
That's crazy.
I know. And mind you, it's not a full wedding. It's only
Yeah.
3 hours and it's a little thing, which is actually what most people are doing these days. But
then that doesn't bring in as much money, I'm sure, too.
no, trust. So it's weird. I do prefer the smaller things, but does not bring in the money like a normal wedding would. Like, not, I shouldn't say normal, like a average 8-hour wedding would. Which sucks because you have to work more in order to get that. And the only thing that I did increase a little bit is my family sessions, but I structure everything differently now. So even for weddings, I don't do hourly. I do it by what I'm covering. So like it would be ceremony and photos, or getting ready ceremony photos, or getting ready ceremony photos reception. So it's like categories into that. And because it gets more expensive. With families, I have a immediate family price, and then I have an extended family price. And it's like I had to raise those a little bit more because extended families is a lot of work. It's like 4 families in one crazy. Giant family, and you're trying to get all the individuals. All the
shots of everybody.
So it's just so much. So I like finally clicked in my brain. It's like, why am I only charging this much when I should charge this? Because I'm doing 4 families in one, basically. And people being on the Cape, I do a lot of extended family sessions. So and those don't book as far as you think. Those usually book like, I'm going on vacation next week, type
like
of thing.
Last minute thing.
Yes. Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know. Are all businesses so unknown, or is it just my profession? You know what I mean? It's just so, you don't know for sure it's going to happen.
Yeah. Like it's unpredictable.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think that both of us have jobs like that where some businesses, they're open every day. Like if you have a shop, or even a restaurant, like we live in a very touristy area that I think everyone kind of deals with this here, where you're going to have this really busy season, and if you don't make a certain amount during that busy season, you might not make it for the whole year.
Yeah,
like, and
which
that's
is
why
stressful.
We see a lot of places around here that don't make it and shut down because you really do have to be making a lot during the busy season to sustain the rest of the year.
The busy season here is usually from this weekend, so Memorial Day weekend until Labor Day weekend, which is in September. Yeah. So we are making almost our entire salary in those months. Yeah.
Like if you were to see my calendar, these next 3 months are like booked solid. Yeah. And then it just trickles out for the rest of the year.
Yeah. I mean, it's stressful, but it is kind of cool because like I love the holidays, and being not busy during that is like amazing. Like it's cool to just like take a minute and chill. But for me, my brain can't switch off. Like sometimes when I'm so busy, I'm like, oh, my life, I don't have time for anything, blah, blah, blah. But when it's winter, it's like, I'm doing nothing, like nothing. Yeah. And my friend, my best girlfriend, she was like, Marissa, you just worked insane hours during the summer and fall. She's like, chill for a minute, like just take a second. So I'm like, it's hard. It's even after all this time, it's really hard to
I have moments where like I notice because like the money's disappearing because it's getting to the slow season. Yes. And then I start to panic because I'm like, basically after the summer ends, it kind of like dies off like very quickly. But then I have a few things that I know are going to happen in September. End of October for Halloween, I do some Halloween parties. December is usually pretty slow with occasionally a couple of Christmas holiday parties. But then all of a sudden, I'm really struggling on like, I'm trying to make all that money I made in the summer last because it basically has to last me. And then February vacation week is when I have another kind of like burst of money. Yeah. And then that has to last me until the April vacation burst of money. And then that has to last me basically until right now. Like, weirdly enough, the last few years it's been getting busier and busier at the end of the school year. Like a lot of schools wait till they know what their final budget is to be like, oh, we still have a budget to like add this thing in. Yeah. So many schools try to add me in like May and June. So it got to the point this year where I've been turning down schools for the first year ever. Yeah. I've never turned down schools. I've always been turning down people for the summer for years, but for the school year, I've never had to say sorry, like get in touch with me in the fall. But that's the thing, like fall, winter, early spring, crickets. So quiet. So it's like I've even some years like ran a special, like month of March has been like my go-to, like for the whole entire month of March.
That's like me doing spring minis or fall minis, and I flop at spring minis. This is now the 3rd year in a row I haven't been able to book it, but I try to put myself in their shoes, and I'm like, I wouldn't want photos in March either. I also can't afford it right now, so it's like
that's
I
like
get
why
it.
I haven't. I was like, oh, because like one time I know Krista did the Christmas ones, and she was asking me if I was going to. I'm like, can't afford it.
I know. It sucks. It's like, I get it, but also
Yeah.
it's hurting on the business side, and it goes
Yeah.
both ways. And I honestly, I don't know how.
I mean, people say it to me too. They're like, "Oh, I wish I could afford to have you come with the animals." I'm like, "Yeah," because
I
I
know.
can't afford to do like free shows. You know, even like relatives have asked me for years, and
You're
really
too
close
you're too much of
friends.
a seasoned
Like, people
professional.
have asked me so many times, like, "Can you just bring an animal to the show, or can you come for free?"
Just
And
do
I'm
this.
like, no,
Yeah, no, it's your job.
yeah,
Yeah, I know. Well, I feel like this episode might have been a little on the negative side, but I also think that everything that we spoke about is true and everyone's
yeah.
feeling it. And I honestly don't see a positive right now. Like, can you think of any positives?
No, and
I
I was
can't.
also trying to like rack my brain like before we did this episode, trying to think of like, oh, are there any like tips I can give you guys like about how to save
Same.
money? Like,
But there
no.
are no tips because everything is always going to
And
cost
also,
you
I feel like I'm a
money.
bad example because I'm not good at like, I'm good at saving money. I'm good at budgeting, but at the same time, I like to spend money on things I like.
Yes. Well, I was just going to say, you are a good example in the fact that in order to maintain a healthy life, you need to self-care, and your self-care is in the
Yeah.
form of Disney and your nails, and that you still do that. Me,
Yeah.
I just dropped it all and I'm severely depressed at the moment. So it's like, weigh that option. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like for me, I have to. Like I don't I can't, I literally cannot afford it anymore, so I
Yeah.
can't do it. So like I'm trying to find ways to like make me happy, and everything costs money. So like I'm just going back to the negativity. I'm really trying to give some
Yeah.
positives in this, but I can't. I don't have any
You'll have to find a bunch of
positives.
like fun free events going on, or like things to like
Nothing is free.
something to go do. No, there's a lot of things like I think even on the Cape, like during the summer, they do a lot of like there's like a lot of free events and things to
But
go
the thing
to.
is, though, events happen when I'm working.
That's true too.
So,
Same with me.
yeah,
Same
because
with
you're
me.
also a weekend warrior. So it's like, it's just hard.
Hmm.
But I'm smiling. I'm still smiling. Sorry, my alarm is going off. This
High
is
School
Disney.
Musical.
High School Musical. A dip in the pool. Anyways, yeah, I think that's all I got on this conversation. And I guess I'm curious, anyone that's listening or watching this podcast, when you see my pretty cat if you're watching.
She's just
But
been like chilling.
I know she's literally just been hanging out. Please write in the comments, like, let's just go ahead and vent. Just let us know how you are coping. Let us know if you're doing well, if you're not doing well. If you have any tips on saving or just like living in this time period, just write in the
Like,
comments.
are
Let
you
us
a
know.
couponer? Like,
Oh my God, there are couponers out there. I can't.
I don't
I
have
kind
the
of do with
patience.
Shaw's. Like I do my grocery shopping at Shaw's now,
Yeah.
and they have the app, and like they have the coupons there. And sometimes I get something for free.
Well, that's like I use a lot of the apps. I
Yeah.
use the Dunkin' app,
Yep.
the Starbucks app, because I also like I'm bad about that kind of stuff too. But like with the more you use those apps, the more they
You
have
save.
like you save
I
a
know.
lot of money.
Yeah.
So I do that a lot, and certain companies, like certain places, like I buy a lot of people's gifts at the paper store. I get cards from the paper store.
Gosh, the paper store is expensive.
And they are, but like I get
Because
coupons.
you
I
shop
get
there.
coupons in the mail and my emails, and like sometimes I'll get like I had a 25% off for my birthday.
Yeah.
And so I was buying things for
It's like
people.
Michael's is always 40% off. And
Yeah.
then because I'm a member, I get an additional 20%. That's 60% off of
Yeah.
stuff, which is insane. So I guess that's one thing you can do. Just sign up for like businesses, coupons, because then you can
Coupons.
save some. Like definitely,
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's it.
That's what I do.
Anyways, I think we're going to end the episode here. We spent a lot of time kind of just wallowing about it, but thank you so much for watching. Thanks to Nick from Killing Entertainment for editing and producing this podcast. Follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The more we get, the more we get to do this. And the more I do want to do this, because I know I said that I don't do much for myself, but this right here is something that I wanted to do for a long
Yeah.
time. And now I get to do it with you.
And it's been really fun.
It's been
I've been
so
enjoying
fun.
it a lot.
It's been so fun. And like we're meeting a lot of cool people. And I feel like the direction that this is going in
Yeah.
yes, it's, I think people are confused with the name Childless Millennials. Me and
Like,
you.
we're childless
Me and you
millennials,
are
but if
childless
you're not, that's
millennials.
fine.
And if you're, yeah, like you said, it's
Yeah.
totally fine if you're not. And we're also learning that it's very business heavy.
Yeah.
Like all of us have
Everyone
business.
we're meeting, we start talking to them. We're like, you're a business owner too. Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
What is the common denominator? Businesses.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that's kind of the direction this is going in, which is great.
maybe that's the way that we've all been trying to like save money more. I don't know.
Well, I think it's also trauma too, like from watching our parents grind.
And some of us have had jobs that have been traumatic too. That we're
Oh
like,
yeah,
don't
I
want to
spent
deal with
10
that
years
again.
at a company that I just that's very much.
Some
so
of us have done retail and we're like done with that.
we've watched it all, so it's a lot that goes into what is going on. But anyways, yes, please follow us, subscribe, and that's it. Tell your cats we said hi. Meow. She's snoozing on the job.
Sleeping.
Say hi, Slim.
So cute.
What an episode.